All right, how's everybody doing today? Jonathan from Jon Ford Woodworks here, and today I'm going to be dismantling my temporary work table in order to make room for the new work table that I'm in the process of building. More on that to come, so stay tuned. But before I took this apart, I thought I would talk about it and kind of show y'all a little bit of what's going on, because albeit basically just a set of sawhorses with some 2x4s and a tabletop, it's actually really came in handy and worked well as a temporary work surface. And if, like me, you find yourself, you're at a crossroads of whether or not to do something temporary like this or wait until you can do what you really want to do, doing something like this might be the way to go, because it seems to me better to make yourself something temporary and keep working as opposed to waiting to do what you really want to do, which doesn't always happen as fast as we like it. So I thought first what I'll do is I'll get the top off, kind of show y'all what's going on underneath. And again, this was just meant to maybe inspire somebody that's trying to get their small space set up, and doing something like this might be just what you need. So let's take this top off, and then I'll show you what's going on underneath the tabletop. First, I'm going to I'll take the tabletop off. It is just screwed on. That's all. I just had it bolted on with 4 screws that go into the 2x4s, and I recessed them a little bit so they didn't stick out in the way. And that's it. Oh, I guess real quick, the tabletop, it's a piece of 1/2-inch MDF, with a piece of 1/4-inch plywood on top, and of course I drilled some dog holes in it and put T-track in it. T-track is pretty easy to put in. You just need a spiral upcut bit, or I guess a downcut bit would work. I'd imagine an upcut bit, since anyway, I used the spiral upcut bit, and I had one that was a 3/4 of an inch, which is the same width as the track, so that was easy. Of course, if you have one smaller, you can just make it in 2 passes. And I did my dog holes with the same 3/4 inch spiral upcut bit, but you could also use a spade bit. So that's the top. And then if we take it off and get it out the way, you can see basically all that's going on underneath is sort of like a torsion box, I guess. Let me bring the camera in a little closer, and I'll show you what we got going on. All right, so I brought the camera in a little bit closer just so you can kind of see what I did underneath. I mean, basically it's just some 2x4s, half labbed together to sort of make a torsion box. I guess that's basically what it would be, but it did make it very rigid. Now, of course, I do have the sawhorses drilled into a piece of plywood that they're sitting on for added stability, but the whole thing itself was actually really solid. I even mounted a vise to it. Again, a pair of sawhorses with some 2x4s and a piece of plywood on top made for a super sturdy work surface. I used it to assemble, I used it to hand plane, to hand saw. I mean, as you can see, I mean, it's not perfect, but it's pretty rigid for what it is. And then, of course, I mean, I kept adding to it. a spot to hang all of the T-track accessories. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I even have a nifty hook for my air compressor. Yeah, so that was what my temporary workbench consisted of. Not much to it. All right, so there it is. That is my temporary work table. Again, I know it's nothing groundbreaking or earth-shattering, but it has worked really well as a temporary solution to a problem. And that's why I just thought I would make a quick video on it, you know, just to, if you're just getting started setting up your workshop and space was limited and you needed to do something temporarily, you know, maybe not exactly this, but something like this, or if anything, I hope that this will just give you the motivation to say, let me get creative, think outside the box, and you can probably come up with something that'll work really well for you. In fact, I'm happy and sad to see this table go. Like it served me well, but I am looking forward to its replacement. And again, I will be talking more about that table in the very near future. So that's all I got for today. I appreciate y'all watching. If there's any questions or comments, or if I missed something that you want to know about as far as what I did with this table, or anything else that I've talked about or that you see in here, leave me a comment. I try to answer them all, and I would be glad to help in any way possible. So yeah, until next time, Jonathan from Jon Ford Woodworks, and everybody have a great weekend. Bye.